Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable members of the Punjab Assembly, Secretary General of the Punjab Assembly, representatives of PDU, colleagues from the Child Rights Caucus, and colleagues from all other caucuses who are present here, and the Special Committee on Gender Mainstreaming, Group Development Pakistan, the representatives of US Consulate, government departments, Prosecutor General Farhad Ali Shah, Chief Whip MP Rana Arshad Saab, present here, DG Women Protection Authority, and all esteemed guests. I would also like to thank the UNFPA head, Dr. Luay Shabane, for his time and for his presence here to discuss a very, very important subject, which is child marriage. Before we begin today's meeting, I would like a moment to remember the innocent children and teachers who were martyred in the horrific terrorist attack on the Army Public School in Peshawar on December 16th. This brutal act of violence against our children was an attack on our shared humanity and our collective future. We strongly condemn this cowardly attack and reaffirm our commitment to protect every child's right to life, dignity, education, and safety. May the martyrs rest in peace, and may we find strength in ensuring that such tragedies are never repeated. I would really like to thank the Honorable Speaker, Punjab Assembly Malik Ahmed Khan Saab, for empowering us, for empowering the caucuses, for empowering the Punjab Assembly and the parliamentarians to take such initiatives and form such caucuses which can take these important social issues forward. I think a lot of credit goes to him for empowering parliamentarians and the role of the Legislative Assembly. I also thank the Honourable Chief Minister Punjab, Maryam Nawaz, who has a zero-tolerance policy towards any form of violence against children, and that gives us the support and backing to take such issues forward. I would like to welcome our representatives of US Consulate who have just joined us for this important session. Very grateful for their support and their presence. This consultation on child marriage is deliberate and necessary. It reflects our constitutional and parliamentary responsibility to safeguard the rights, dignity, and future of children in Punjab, particularly adolescent girls who continue to face systematic disadvantage. Child marriage is not a cultural exception or a private family member, as some people think. It's a constitutional concern. It's the concern of all our honourable parliamentarians present here and all members who are part of this committee present here, because it's a public health risk, a gender equality failure, and a structural barrier to development. Punjab, as the country's largest province, must set the standard for reform rather than remain an outlier. I, as chairperson of the Child Protection and Welfare Bureau, I have witnessed such incidents of child marriage, and I know what happens to these girls after that and what trauma they go through and how difficult life is and what are the harmful impacts on them. According to Mix Punjab 2024, 13.8% of young women aged 20 to 24 were married before the age of 18, with prevalence nearly doubling in rural districts. Earlier evidence from the Pakistan Demographic and Health Survey 2017-18 shows that 18% of women in this age group in Punjab were married before turning 18, and 2% before 15 even. So these figures confirm that thousands of girls in Punjab are still losing their childhood each year. I was talking to my colleagues before this meeting started, and I was telling them that the Child Protection Bureau was reported a case of child marriage. The girl was rescued by the Bureau. She had given birth to a little infant girl, and they were abandoned by their family, and then we rescued them. So her life was very, very traumatic, and it was very difficult to bring her back to normal life and then we repeatedly did psychological counseling, and also that's why I tell you that I've witnessed such situations. These consequences are severe and intergenerational. Early marriage is strongly associated with higher maternal mortality, anemia, low birth weight, infant mortality, and school dropout. Of course, when you get married at an early age, you have children, you cannot go to school. Research supported by UNFPA and Group Development Pakistan shows that adolescent marriage results in long-term economic losses for the province as girls exit education early and are excluded from skilled and productive employment. Now coming to Punjab, our province, where we are right now. Punjab's existing legal framework has not kept pace. Basically, the current Child Marriage Restraint Act allows the marriage of girls at 16, creating a gender discriminatory standard, whereas in other provinces it's 18. So we also witnessed a case of Dua Zara, a girl who escaped from Sindh just to come to Punjab so that she could get married before 18. So I mean, it's very important to have uniformity across the whole country. I formally initiated the Child Marriage Restraint Bill in Punjab as a private member's bill, and also moved the amendment in the Act to the Punjab Home Secretary. Thank you. This was 1 year ago. We moved this amendment emphasizing the urgent need to address the harmful and persistent practice of child marriage through legislative reform. This went to the local government department and then to the cabinet committee. I was there in the cabinet committee, briefed the cabinet committee. So this amendment has been approved by the cabinet committee. I want you all to know. Right now it's in the cabinet, in the Punjab cabinet. The Child Marriage Bill proposes clear administrative safeguards. It requires marriages to be solemnized and registered on the basis of a computerized national identity card, which should be a must. It also introduces stronger accountability. It proposes rigorous penalties for adults contracting a child marriage, for those solemnizing or registering such marriages, and for parents or guardians who facilitate them. The reason why we are having today's consultation is to save girls from harmful impacts. This session is jointly hosted by the Child Rights Caucus and the Special Committee on Gender Mainstreaming, along with the Punjab Assembly's PDU. It is designed to review Punjab-specific data, learn from the legislative experiences of Sindh, ICT, and Balochistan, engage with constitutional and Islamic legal perspectives, and identify practical enforcement pathways involving health, education, local government, and protection institutes. Recently, with the support of UNFPA, members of this assembly recently visited Sindh and witnessed how cross-party consensus transformed a contested issue into an accepted law. The visit to the Fistula Center underscored the devastating and lifelong health consequences of child marriage and early pregnancy. That experience must guide our sense of urgency today. All those parliamentarians who visited Sindh with me in that delegation are present here with us. Ending child marriage is central to Punjab's progress on public health, education, retention, gender equality, economic participation, and also importantly, Pakistan's commitment to Sustainable Development Goal Target 5.3, SDG 5.3. Today's dialogue should move us towards shared ownership of reform by defining committee leadership, clarifying legislative pathways, and initiating Punjab's provincial action plan to end child marriage in alignment with the national framework. On this note, I hope that today's discussion will be followed by long overdue tangible action, because we need to walk the talk. and that when we meet next, we can celebrate a legal milestone. I also hope that the exchanges and reflections that will follow will enable us to devise a way forward to eradicate this harmful practice from our province. Punjab and Pakistan Zindabad.